Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Gabe Maynor.
Tornado watch officially in effect for southern Mississippi, an area where we've been tracking all night long as the primed area for any of those rotating storms to take place. As you can see, those areas that are in blue, that's going to be where that tornado watch is issued. And as you can see at the top of your screen, expiring Saturday at 4 a.m. Do expect some of these in Louisiana to expire before then as this line continues to gradually work its way east. So where we're at right now on radar. Well, as of right now, not exactly a ton of action there in southern Mississippi, primarily just going to be that flooding threat. But we do have this one tornado warning over towards Monroe, Louisiana. One thing that our models have forecasted well in advance is this same cell over there towards Monroe, Louisiana. Definitely have that same line, that same helicity track. We've been talking about it for days now. As that continues to work its way east-northeast, you can see the potential of it going outside of this tornado watch area, but the area just not as primed as what it is further towards the south. That's why this has been our focal point over the past couple of days and continues to be so as we get into those Friday evening hours. So where we sit in North Mississippi, of course, a lot better. Still getting a large part of that stratiform rainfall, and a big thing that's telling us the complete story. Look at how many strikes. 8 strikes over the last 20 minutes or so. So this is not exactly a high producing system. And for us here in North Mississippi, we've so far stayed away from any of those storm reports. So let's go ahead and look at those reports right now. And of course, you can see that there's not any over the top of us. Where those tornado reports have happened is further off towards South Mississippi. Again, lining up well with that tornado watch. So not an impossibility to get yet another one down in that same area. As close as we've gotten as earlier this morning, this tornado report was over there just south of Atala County, but even then still have stayed pretty much in the clear here in North Mississippi. If we look at some of those dew points, I think that tells the complete story, because look at where we're at right now. Down south, you're seeing those darker blues and those purples pop up. If we look at some of those values, we're talking 70 degrees. That's a very unstable air mass. And for folks around Jackson and Meridian, 66 to 68 degrees. And then we get up into North Mississippi. Now, I want to say it's not an impossibility to get some of that unstable air mass over there on the southwest portion of our area, close to Sunflower County. But again, how long does it last? We're now moving into nighttime, and a large part of that energy going to be moving south and east. So our time frame is ticking for any of this severe weather to take place, and that's a good thing. We want it to tick. We want that clock to run out for sure. Down around the Golden Triangle, still 66 degrees, but you can see for folks well up north there into close to the Tennessee state line, we're talking upper 50s and low 60s. So I can say for a pretty confident assertion that we're talking about a sub-zero tornado threat up here along the northwest part of our area, and even for parts of, I would say, up around Lee County. Again, those dew points are not as impressive. Let's look at those one more time. We're talking 64 degrees. It's enough, but definitely not comparable to what we're getting down south. So again, that tornado watch in effect through 4 a.m. on our Saturday, and that does encompass parts of Meridian, Jackson, all the way south into Hattiesburg, and including Monroe, Louisiana, down to Alexandria, Louisiana, and that's going to continue into 4 a.m. on our Saturday. Day planner for tonight, as you can see, not exactly going to be a break in all this rainfall. Still seeing 50 to near 80% there by midnight, and that's still with those showers and thunderstorms expected, and a few of those still potentially being on the stronger side. Let's go ahead and track that out on Futurecast a little bit more in detail. You can see that we're still getting this warm sector that's right overhead right now. So this is why those dew points, you noticed it earlier, we have this cutoff that's basically this 45-degree angle for parts of there over in the northwest part of our area, down south and east of there. That's where we're still getting a pretty decent unstable air mass, but definitely not like we're seeing down south. But as we get into those overnight hours, that warm sector does lift, allow for a few of these thunderstorms to continue to build into the area. But how much energy is left? That's the golden question, and we do expect it to be very minimal by the time we get to those early morning hours. By the time we get into 2 a.m., you can see how some of these storms start to work their way in, and we do see some hints of purple, and that means that there is some deepening still taking place, and there's some higher storm tops, so potential for some strong thunderstorms by then. That continues into the forecast before this cold front sweeps out a large part of that energy into Alabama for the start of our Saturday. So Saturday, as we wake up and head out the door for any of those weekend plans we may have, scattered showers still in the forecast, but we do expect those to remain sub-severe. And on the back half of Saturday, looking like a pretty good forecast with dry conditions overhead once again. Sunny skies beyond that point. Sunday, putting the sun in Sunday for sure. And of course, Monday, keeping those sunny conditions around. I do see that some folks in the chat talking about, what to expect. And this is definitely going to be a rainy night. It's going to be a thunderstorm-filled night, especially down south of 82. But we do expect that tornado threat to continue to be in South Mississippi. Brief spin up, not impossible. But I don't think that we have the same atmosphere as folks down south. So I think that threat is pretty confident to say that it'll remain down south. A few gusty winds, not an impossibility. Maybe a few more power outages if that lightning is on the uptick by say midnight like we were tracking a moment ago, but that's something we'll continue to watch here in the Room to Room Weather Center. So make sure to have that Mississippi Live Weather app handy to stay updated on that. I'm not going to make this a long cut in. I just wanted to let you guys know about that tornado watch that is in effect. And for folks just now joining us, it's in effect until 4 a.m. on our Saturday, and that remains south of our area here in North Mississippi. I'm going to end it on that graphic so folks that are coming in can get a visual on what we're dealing with here in the area. Yeah, as you can see, those counties listed in blue, that's your watch. And we're, of course, watching this behind the scenes in the Room to Room Weather Center. So I'm going to wrap this up. I know it's a quick one, but I wanted to just let you guys know the latest on where things stand here in North Mississippi. And hopefully we continue to just enjoy these rainy conditions while remaining sub-severe in the process. Go ahead and download that Mississippi Live Weather app today. And, of course, our broadcast happening later on tonight at 10 o'clock. If need be, we will cut in beforehand, but we're hopeful that that is not the case. And we'll keep eyes on this behind the scenes. I see that James asking, do you think a tornado watch is possible here? I do not think they put a tornado watch north of where they currently have it. I think if they do expand it, it's going to be more into Alabama by the time we get into our Saturday. So I think we're standing in a pretty good seat right now, or sitting in a pretty good seat right now. And we hope that those conditions do continue, and we do expect them to as we continue into those overnight hours. We'll keep you guys updated here in the Room to Room Weather Center. You guys have a fantastic night. Enjoy your Friday night, but of course stay weather aware, and we'll keep eyes behind the scenes if we do need to cut in before then. Have a great night.
As a bankruptcy firm, Mitchell, Cunningham & Bowling realizes many people are worried about their finances. We're here to guide you through the next steps to restart your life with easy video appointments. New clients don't have to leave home to get information about becoming debt-free. Also, convenient in-office appointments are available at the low cost of $340 upfront for a Chapter 13. You can be on your way to being debt-free. Contact Mitchell, Cunningham & Bowling today or visit our website at mcdebtfree.com. We are here to help you.